What's going on, guys? Jacob over here. So, I was hoping that I wasn't going to have to make this video, but I guess it seemed inevitable at some point. The Packers are trading wide receiver Davante Adams to the Las Vegas Raiders for their first and second round picks in this upcoming 2022 NFL draft. I can't say, I knew it was probably going to come, but I can't say that the shock didn't hit me hard when I first saw the notification. I mean, Davante Adams he's a Packer, man. I mean, he's a pro's pro. He's got one of the best skill sets I've ever seen for a wide receiver. Watching him play the position is it's just beautiful. And it's going to really, really suck not seeing him play in Green Bay anymore. But the NFL is a business, guys. I love Davante Adams. Of course, I wish him the best of luck in Las Vegas, and I hope he does well. And of course, it makes sense why he wanted to go there. The Raiders potentially could have offered him more money. Although I did see some sources that said that the Packers also offered him the exact same amount of money that the Raiders are giving him, but we don't know the contract deals. Maybe there's some sort of incentive or bonus or whatever. Plus the fact that he's going back to play with Derek Carr, who he played in college with at Fresno State, and Las Vegas is a warm weather city, so maybe that meant a lot to him, and maybe he really wanted to go back and play with Carr. And certainly I can't blame him for that either, as much as we all want the storybook ending in sports, it's too often that it's not really the case. Regardless, Davante Adams is going to go down as one of the best wide receivers in Packers history. Maybe if we're lucky, after this contract is over, he'll find his way back here. I think the source, Ian Rappaport, I think he said that the contract was 5 years, $141 million, which was roughly $28.5 million a year, which makes him the highest paid wide receiver ever. But, when you're looking at it from the Packers standpoint, I mean, that's a lot of money to be paying a guy who's, 30 years old now? There's a reasonable chance that the prime of Davante's career was already spent in Green Bay. Of course, I still think he has a few more prime years left at least, and his particular skill set is one that allows him to continue to have success later on in the career, because he's not as reliant on physical attributes as much as he is on his actual skill set, which, the running the routes and fantastic hands and stuff like that. But, it does suck to see him go. It really does suck to see him go. But yeah, from the Packers standpoint, paying a wide receiver that much money when you've got guys like Elton Jenkins, Rashawn Gary, Jair Alexander all up for extension soon. I mean, you're basically asking me, would you rather have Elton Jenkins, Rashawn Gary, and Jair Alexander all back on the Packers for the foreseeable future, or would you rather have Davante Adams for the next 5 years? I think I'm going to go with the three players. I mean, all three of those guys are all pro-level talents, and they're, the core of the future in Green Bay, even beyond when Rodgers is probably going to retire. They're the core of the future, and you want to be able to have money for them too. And having $28.5 million a year tied up in a wide receiver that's going to be over the age of 30 probably isn't the best idea from an organizational standpoint. That being said, it still doesn't lessen the blow of losing a guy like Davante Adams either, because it's going to hurt without him. It's going to hurt seeing a guy who was probably my second favorite Packer after Aaron Rodgers play for another team. But at least it's a team that it's a good situation for him, and it makes sense why he wants to be there. So, as for the Packers, where they go from this, I do want to clarify, though, Aaron Rodgers knew about Davante Adams likely being traded, and yet he still signed the contract extension. So whatever the Packers did when they met with Aaron Rodgers this offseason, whatever they told him, he was on board with it. And if Aaron Rodgers is on board with it, then that he's got to think that it's going to feature a legitimate chance for him to win a Super Bowl in the next 3 years in accordance with his contract, which is over the next 3 years. So, you know, we're going to be okay. It sucks to lose Adams. It truly sucks to lose Adams. I know that a lot of people are just going to hate Gutekunst for this. They're going to hate the Packers because they think the Packers might have cheapened out. Some of them will even hate Davante Adams because he took the same amount of money and went to play in Las Vegas. But it's not worth holding grudges over, guys. I mean, the Packers know what they're doing, and Davante Adams had his heart set on playing with Las Vegas if the money thing was true. So what can you do about it? The Packers, to me, are going to be okay. They're 7-0 in the Matt LaFleur era without Davante Adams. You know, I think they're fully capable of winning a Super Bowl without him. And, of course, that $28.5 million the Packers were prepared to offer Davante Adams, guess what? They have that money to spend now if they want to in free agency. And they can go get free agents on the market, and plus they get the 2 picks, you know, plus they get 2 high picks, a first rounder and a second rounder. And this wide receiver class, this draft is loaded. They're going to have a lot of opportunities to, you know, really make this offense even, you know, more tailored to Matt LaFleur, what Matt LaFleur wants to do. So there's a lot of bad with this, of course, and losing the best wide receiver in the game is, you know, never an easy blow to take, but I think the Packers are going to be okay, and they're going to be able to rebound. As much as this sucks, as much as I hate to see a guy like Davante Adams go, I'm trying to keep a level head here, and I really think the Packers know what they're doing, and they probably have a plan in place. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, guys, but it sucks to see him go, like I said. And you know, the initial sting, I'm still not over the initial sting of hearing about him leaving, but we're going to get through it, and we're going to be all right. So, anyways, guys, that's all I got to say in this video. Just wanted to share my thoughts on the situation. I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of differing opinions on this, but just try to keep it civil and respectful in the comments, you know. I'm sure, like I said, we all have different opinions about this, and I know it's going to be tense, it's going to be emotional reacting to this news, but it is what it is, and we have to just move on with our lives and realize that the Packers probably have a plan in place, and Davante Adams, maybe he just didn't want to play here. I don't know. But in the meantime, guys, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, go Pack Go.